you come up front and sign in first. Come on in, sign in for me. And they're going to talk to you a little bit about motivation entitled In It to Win It. So please give them your undivided attention and participate. And we're glad to have you with us on today. All right? Okay. If you're just coming in, please make sure you go up front to sign in. Okay.
All right, guys, welcome to the first Student Success Seminar. Once again, my name is Tim Law. I've been here about 15 years, coach basketball, and now I'm in the Civil Institute. Coach, you guys know Coach E. About 5 o'clock every morning. They can know you real well. So listen up. We're going to play a quick game. I know you guys are going to play like competition. What we're going to do, we're going to split the Red Sea, right? We're going to like all the way down the middle. So we're going to split both sides. All right? So this is what's going to happen. We need a captain for each side. Who's going to be the captain? On this side, on this side. Captain, come up. This is a very good job now.
They said they want Austin as volunteer to be the captain.
So who's going to be a captain over here? Now listen, we're going to
captain on this side of the room. Ray Todd, you going to be the captain on your side of the room?
Now, also need an official scorekeeper. Who want to be a scorekeeper?
Grab somebody that can count. You gonna be the scorekeeper? Come on, you need to be the scorekeeper.
So we'll say team 1. We'll say team 2, okay?
Got it.
Team 1 and team 2.
I got it. Team 1, team 2.
Team 1, team 2.
Slide over this side. Mirror over. Everybody over here on this side. We got some seats up here, we got some seats in the back. Guys, we got a seat in between you, tighten up and free up some seats. 3 here.
Alright, listen up. Listen up. The name of this game is called Catch Phrase. Alright, so what's going to happen is it's going to go back and forth. It's going to be a competition, right? So when team 1 goes, his job is to, he can do everything but tell you guys what's on this piece of paper. So he's going to have to act it out, you know, whatever it might be. And then once he gets it right, then we move over to the next person. If he says pass, it means that he can't get the word right, and then we go on to the next person.
Can't say the word. Can't say the word. All right. He can do movement. He can say things related to the word. All right. He cannot say the word. Got it?
So it's going to be, we'll do it maybe 1 or 2 rounds. It's going to be 1 minute, okay? You have 1 minute to get as many phrases you can write, okay? So we need crowd participation. All right, so starting right now.
Turn up.
Turn up. We're going to turn up. Stop right here so the team can see you, right? And do it. Stand over there. Yeah. Ready? Timer, you ready?
Ready.
Ready, go.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, just 1.
Yeah. Okay, well, I see 1 hand. All right, what we doing every day to do schoolwork? School.
That's cheap.
What is he? Head coach.
Hey, what? Keep it up, now.
Hey, what you sleep with?
Got 10 seconds.
To the right. Light up the wall. 5 seconds.
Stop. Stop, so we 3 to 3, okay? 3 to 3. All right. So since he started first, now team number 15 to start first this time.
Wait a minute.
Ready, go.
What I'm doing? What is it though? Hey, what's your old man called?
Brown.
Oh no!
Can't say nothing in the word.
Oh, when you go to school and you take pictures. Pictures. When you have picture day, it's called photo what?
What'd you say? Photography. All right.
We don't have it in school.
Got 5 seconds. We go 5 seconds.
Hey, remember when I said
I said salt and what?
Yo.
All right.
Ready? Last round right here. Ready? You ready? Go.
Hey, once you get out of, when you come home from work, you go to the what?
Show.
No, in the front of the house.
Living room.
Once you get out, bro, when you come home, bro, you got some that you pass before you go. Yeah. Hey, when you go to Alabama, what you get on?
Chill out, watch slide.
Roll that. Yeah. 30 seconds.
What's in it? What's in it?
Hey, when you go in Shelton, you don't want to walk upstairs with you.
No.
15 seconds.
What's it called? Stop. What is it? Stop.
Hey, we been on what?
5 seconds.
Keep it cool at night.
Stop.
No,
he said stop.
Hey,
All right, stop. Team number 2, 11. Team number 1, 59. Good job.
Alright.
Awesome job. Gives you guys an opportunity to kind of think quickly on your feet, right? And use some skills you haven't used before. Today we're going to talk about something very important. Some of you guys play sports, some of you don't play sports, some of you are just students here at Shelton State. So we want to talk about today, in it to win it. You are here at Shelton State, and you're in it to win it. You're here educationally, you're in it to win it. You're athletically, you're in it to win it. But you've got to settle that in yourself if you're really in it to win it. Okay?
Real quick, on your note cards that you got, there's going to be some questions throughout the slides. Take time and write some stuff down, all right? That way, you forget half of what you don't write down, or 75% of what you don't write down, all right? So make sure as we're going through the presentation, make sure you write some stuff down, take some notes, answer some questions. That way you can go back at it, look at it, and self-reflect, all right?
Okay, I specifically put this picture up here, and this shows this team accomplishing what they set out to accomplish. from the first day of conditioning, they made up in their mind, in their hearts, that they were in it to win it. And they achieved their goal. But as they were trying to achieve their goal, it was some rough days. It was some tough days. I'm pretty sure some of the guys got through out of practice. I'm pretty sure some of the guys didn't want to go to practice, right? But you have settled in your heart and in your mind that you was in it to win it. You said that whatever I have to go through to be able to achieve this, then I'm going to be in it to win it. And it's the same thing when you're talking about educationally. Are you going to be in it to win it? Are you going to be disciplined enough to go to the library and study for an exam? You know, some people have multiple roles that they play in college. They have a family. Some people have school work they have to do. They have to work. So they have to juggle so many things. But at the same time, they're saying, I have desire, I have determination, I have discipline, I have dedication, and I am in it to win it. I'm willing to sacrifice whatever I need to sacrifice to meet my goals.
If they be a believer, unlock or faith,
You can see how exhausted Michael
but
Jordan
it
is.
will to it. You win from within.
Classic performance by Michael Jordan.
So the question is today is, are you in it to win it? I didn't say if the person beside you was in it to win it. I didn't say if your coach was in it to win it. I didn't say if your professor was in it to win it. I got a very important question to you individually. Are you in it to win it?
Phil Jackson said something, and I just caught it. I didn't catch it the first time we watched it, but he said, you win from within. All right? You win from within. All right, what does that mean to you? I mean, that says a lot to me, that, you know, you don't win because of stuff on the outside of the person sitting beside you. You win from within.
And so these are a couple of quotes that we kind of picked out. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of quotes out there that we could use. But it's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. Paul Brian. Go to the next one. Read the next one.
Some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen. Others make it happen. Michael Jordan.
If you don't believe in yourself, why does anyone else want to believe in you? Tom Brady.
If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Martin Luther King Jr.
So that means that there's some times in your life where you might feel like crawling. There's some times when you feel like giving up. There's some times when you might say, this is just too much. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go backwards. Well, why go backwards when you're like halfway in the journey? That means if I turn around and go all the way backwards, that means I got to start over and go through the same thing I just came out of, right? So the most important thing is just going forward.
And the key thing to that, guys, you know, what Martin Luther King said, and to me it says, you know, I talk about feelings all the time. I mean, if you only get things done when you feel like it, you ain't gonna get very much done. All right, if I only came to work when I felt like getting up and coming to work, I wouldn't be here a whole lot. All right, if you only go to class when you feel like going to class, chances are you're probably not gonna be very successful. All right, sometimes you got to think beyond your feelings. All right, and think the end result. All right, what's at the end? What do I want in the end?
So what are you dreaming about? How do you see yourself a year from now? 5 years from now? 10 years from now? Do you have a plan to get there? How much effort are you willing to invest in your dream in order to get what you want? Are you disciplined enough to remain focused in times of difficulty? And I want Coach to quote this quote from Dr. King again.
The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in the moment of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in time of challenge and controversy. Now, I quoted something the other day on Facebook, and I said, controversy reveals character. All right? So it's not about who you are when things are going good. All right? Who are you when things get tough? All right? If you look at that, that's who you really are. All right? And we talk about it all the time with my guys when we're running, and guys get upset. And, those are the kind of things that reveals your true character. All right? And that's one thing that quote says to me, if I got all this going on in my life and things aren't going my way, can I still focus and study for this test and be able to pass this test? All right?
So ultimately, as a former coach, I'm never too impressed at the beginning of conditioning, because everyone can start fine. I'm also looking at the guys at the end of conditioning, can they push through it? Because there's a lot of guys who are more concerned about starting the game. I want to get my name called, to run out and bump the chest. No, I want to be in the game the last 5 minutes.
It's the same thing in the classroom, all right? It's not about going to class and doing what you're supposed to do before Pell Grant checks comes out. It's all about what are you going to do at the end of the semester. When the class is getting a little bit tough and finals are coming up, midterms are over, finals are coming up, can I sit down and can I get it done in the classroom?
And ultimately, and it's what you do outside of the classroom that matters, because most of your learning comes outside the classroom, right? So that's a discipline thing. And I'm in college, and I have an exam on Thursday, and I have a group of guys going to the pool hall, or going down to the room to shoot pool. Am I disciplined enough to say, no, I need to study this week?
And that's one thing y'all got to understand. This is college, all right? So it ain't like high school where going to class is enough. All right, going to class is not enough. All right, going to class is half the battle. All right, but there's got to be some work outside the classroom too if you really, really want to be successful.
So dreams are nothing without goals. Until you set goals, all of your dreams are useless. Dreams are nothing without goals. Many of us are afraid to set goals because we think it's complicated. We think that once we set a goal, we can't change it, or we'll be quitters. Or we set goals in the past, and we haven't reached them, so we say, why bother?
Here's the point. Goal setting is just like anything in life. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So let's start living life by and getting over our goal-setting fears.
So you have this ambition. A lot of you guys have ambitions about what you want to accomplish. But it don't mean anything to me until I see you put it down and say, this is how I'm going to accomplish it. I have an ambition to be whatever you guys team, we want to win national champions. We want to be state champions. We want to win all of our home games. We want to be number one in our conference. I want to see those things down, because every time I come out of conditioning and I'm feeling a little weak and a little weary, I can look to my goals and say, you know what, I can't quit because I got to reach that. I got something to reach for because I have something before me that I'm reaching for. But if I don't have anything written down, then I just have ambitions. I just have dreams.
Goal setting is great, all right? But you just shouldn't have a goal, all right? You got to live by your goals, all right? If your goal is to get a 4-year degree, that don't mean you're going to be out partying 6 days a week, all right? That don't mean you're going to miss a whole week of class, if that's your goal, all right? Set the goal, live by the goal, all right? Don't just set the goal. It's fine. People say, write your goals down, set your goals, all right? But are you living by those goals? Are you living life like you're trying to reach those goals? And that's the question you got to ask yourself.
So what is a goal? The opposite of a person's ambition or effort. an aim or desired result, the destination of a journey.
Talk about motivation. You know, are you motivated? What motivates you? What is motivation? The desire to do things, the difference between getting up at the crack of dawn to put in work and lounging around the house all day. All right, we talk about motivation. What's motivating you? What's your why? Why do you do what you do? All right, if you think about it, think about why you do what you do. Why are you in school? What is your goal in school? All right, is there somebody at home you want to provide for a better life for? Do you want a better life for yourself? What's your motivation? All right, and the thing about motivation, that motivation sometimes is going to be the only thing you got to keep you going. All right, I look up, I got 3 kids at home. Sometimes the only reason I get up and come to work, because I know them 3 kids got to eat. What's your motivation? It's not always, you know, it's not always a tangible. You know, if somebody in your life passed, you want to make them proud. All right, what's your motivation? Because I promise you, it's going to come a time where things are going to get hard, and all you're going to have is your motivation. That's going to be the only thing that can keep you going. Reasons are reasons for acting or behaving in a particular way. Desire or willingness to do something, enthusiasm. All right, got a motivation pop quiz for you. Do you give up on schoolwork easily? Do we? Anybody here give up on schoolwork? Anybody just say, man, I don't get it, forget it? I don't get it, just forget it. I ain't even gonna try. Do you think negative thoughts about yourself, about your ability? All right, that's a big one. All right, 9 times out of 10, if you say you can't do it, you can't. It's that simple. Do you sometimes wonder if school is worth the effort? I'll answer the question for you. Yes, it is. All right? And I'm a prime example. I promise you, and I'll give you my story. I dropped out of college. All right? When I went to junior college, I got my associate degree. I said, forget it. I'm going to work. All right? And I worked, and I made really good money, and I had really good jobs. I wasn't like, you know, I was a manager at Foot Locker, a store manager, so I made really good money. But at the same time, I was working 70 hours per week to make that money. All right? Now, I went back to school, got my degree. I don't work 70 hours a week anymore, and I make even more money. All right? And I provide a better life, get to spend more time with my kids, everything. All right? So yes, it's worth it. Would you like to feel more confident about yourself, about your abilities as a student? All right? If you don't believe, nobody else is. If you don't believe you can do it, nobody else is going to believe in you. Would you like to feel more optimistic about your future? If you answer yes to any of these questions, it's important to find ways to remain positive about yourself and about school. Reasons for motivation. We talked about it. Your why. What's your why? All right. What's your reason for being here? 7 basic needs that motivates us. All right. What motivates you? All right. Something different motivates everybody in this room. Is it esteem? All right. That's praise. You like people to pat you on the back. You like people to say good job. Is it power, influence? All right. Do you enjoy being in a position of power? Being able to make decisions? Autonomy, freedom, independence, equity, fair treatment, achievement. All right. Some people have self-motivation. All right. I'm motivated by being able to achieve my goals, the goals we talked about. Safety and security, affiliation / belonging. Reasons for a lack of motivation. Why are you not motivated? Do you not have a why? Do you not have a reason for being here? All right, if not, you need to find one. Possible reasons people are unmotivated. They only see the bad side of things that happen. They forget the benefits and rewards. That's why we talk about all the time. writing your goals down. All right, writing your goals down. Because sometimes, like I said, things are gonna get hard. You're not gonna think about it. All right. They set unrealistic goals. All right. If you got a 1.9 and your goal is to be a doctor, you may need to reconsider that goal. All right. That may be an unrealistic goal. All right. They do not know about many habits. They do not take advantage of opportunities. They do not believe in themselves. Lack of self-esteem and self-confidence. They have a weak desire. They're simply lazy. They have a fear of failure due to the past failures. All right. And that's the thing about failure. All right. It's gonna come a time where you may not be able to get something. You may not be successful the first time. All right. But that's not the end. You got to keep going. Struggling.
You ready? Absolutely. It's gonna save the world. Got a damn sharp. Kingsman rated R.
Get that for free.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
So why so many reasons for the lack of motivations? This is the easiest thing in the world right here to do. Is what? To make an excuse. It's easy. It's the cop-out way, you know, this didn't happen, that didn't happen, I didn't have this, didn't have that. You know, I'm the type of person, if you don't want me to be successful, leave me alone. Because when you tell me I can't do something, you motivate me. I can take the negative and turn it into a positive, and it drives me to be able to achieve what I want to achieve. So if you really don't want me to do anything, just leave me alone. Because when you say I can't, now you put fuel on the fire now. Now you making me strive. You actually, I thank you for motivating me. Thank you for telling me that I can achieve something, right? So, but it'd be easy for me just to clue to it and say, you're right, I can't achieve it. I grew up single parent home, my first generation college student. No one in my family ever went to college, you know, and that's my story, you know. So I could have used all those things and took the easy route, right? But I chose another route. So excuses are the tools of the incompetent. They are used to build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. Those who excel in using them seldom excel in anything else but excuses. So we don't want that. So stay motivated. So believe in yourself. Talk positive to yourself. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. The greatest thing that I've learned in life is that there's no such thing as failure to me. I only get smarter. Anybody know how to ride a bike? How many times did you fall before you learned? You got on the bike, you was afraid, you failed. You got on again, you was afraid.
Broke your arm?
But every time you fail, you learn something you didn't know. But you were determined what? I'm going to ride this bike. All the other boys riding around the neighborhood, I promise you, I'm going to ride with them one day. But you failed your way to success. Every time you got back on the bike, you know, you're riding real good, and then you're riding and you smile, and then bam, you run into the house. Hit your brakes. So for the rest of your life, when you're riding towards something, you're going to hit those brakes. But you learn something every time. Failure is only failure when you quit.
Yep.
Get back up again, try it again. I had a guy named Quinn Becker that played ball with us at Shelton. This is what I told Quinn. You coming out if you don't shoot. I don't care about you missing 5 shots in a row, because I see you in the gym every morning when I come in. So you have a right to shoot this basketball. You've earned that right to miss 5 in a row, right? Because I think you can make the next 5. So if you don't shoot, sit on the bench. Because you're not helping your team by not shooting, right? So because he earned the right to do that, but he's missed 5 in a row, he failed. But he'll come back and hit 3 or 4 in a row, right? But he earned the right to do that because he put the time and the practice in to be able to do that. Don't entertain self-limiting thoughts. Choose to be happy. Spend time developing yourself. That's one of the things in life that we struggle with. You know, there's a book called From Good to Great. The enemy of great is good. It's because when we feel like we're good at something, we don't work as hard as we work when we first start trying to learn something. We kind of get complacent. We start procrastinating. You know, I'm shooting it pretty decent. I'm shooting about 40% now. I don't need to get up early and get no extra shots in. You know, I don't need to improve my skills. But you just excited about it. Good teams win games. Great teams win championships. So you just want to be good in life and just be average, then, you know, just be satisfied with where you are. But if you want to be great, you're going to have to take it to the next level. A little more effort, you know, a little more self-discipline, developing yourself. You know, the greatest time in life when you feel like ain't nothing going on in your life, it's the greatest time for you. It's because now downtime is prep time. I'm prepping for the next phase, the next season, I'm getting ready. I'm not just using this downtime, you know, just to relax. Now I got to be prepared for the next place I'm trying to go, right? So I'm motivating myself. I'm developing myself now.
I'm talking, you know, Coach said something about failures, all right? There's one thing about failure. There's one thing in life that can limit the amount of time that you fail, all right? And that's preparation, all right? Whether it be a test, whether it be athletics, no matter what it is, the more prepared you are, the less chance it is that you're gonna fail. All right? And that comes, like Coach said, that test. How prepared am I for the test? Did I study an hour before the test? Or did I start studying the week before the test? All right? A shot. Did I shoot? Did I get up my everyday shots last week? Or did I not? All right? You know, school, athletics, no matter what it is, the more prepared you are, the less likely it is that you're gonna fail.
So when you experience a setback, don't quit. Train yourself to finish what you start, completely and all the way through. Challenge yourself to dream big. You're willing to leave your comfort zone. So we must be prepared at any moment to sacrifice who we are for who we are capable of becoming. Great things never came from comfort zones. So having a positive attitude. Attitude, the way you think and feel about someone or something. And that's half of the battle, is having a positive attitude toward education. Positive attitude. Going into math, a lot of people are fearful of taking math, but I have a great attitude about math. I'm going to go to the tutors every day if I have to. Every time when Nika look up, Dr. Loja look up, she going to see me in the tutor lab. And I'm going to be asking questions. I'm going to come in with questions. I'm going to be diligent because I'm not going to let math bag me in the corner. I'm coming out with a fight. I'm going to win when it comes to math.
That's the thing. You know, everybody in here You know your weaknesses, all right? You know what areas of school that you're weak in, all right? And you can do one or two things. Either you can have a negative attitude and say, I'm not gonna pass Math 112, and like I said earlier, if you say that, you're probably not gonna pass Math 112. Or you can have a positive attitude, like Coach Law said, and say, Mr. Niggas is gonna see me every day. I'm gonna go up there, and you're not trying to be successful. If you're struggling in a class, and you're not working at it every day, you're not trying to be successful. If I got a D in a class, if I got a D in math, and I'm not in the math lab every day, I'm not trying to be successful. You're not trying to be successful.
And then at the same time, you guys learn how you learn. When you go to Dr. Lodry, there's some things that she can show you, right? So that means we have resources. See, one thing about life, there are resources that help you get to where you need to get to. Well, are you going to take advantage of the resources that we have here available at Shelton State? All the resources, everything you need to be successful, we have it in place for you guys, but you guys are going to take advantage of the resources that we've provided for you. So attitude influences behavior. Attitude is everything. It takes a positive attitude to achieve positive results. So, having a positive attitude, things that impact, influence attitude, negative people, disturbing news, social media, disorganization. I know you guys can't relate to this, because y'all don't stay up, y'all don't have late nights, right? Y'all go to bed at 8 o'clock every night, so you guys don't have to worry about that. You know, eating habits. This is one of the things we all struggle with, comparing ourselves to other people. Because your difference is your uniqueness, right? Can you embrace your difference? I can learn from other people, but I can only be me. I'm sorry, this is all I got to offer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be nobody else. You know, I'm trying to be the best me I can be, right? So you guys, you got to know who you are. Even when it comes, let me use basketball as an analogy. Don't try to be a center when you're a point guard. Just be a point guard. If you're a shooting guard, be a shooting guard. If you're a four, be a four. You know, just be the best at what you do, because what you bring to the table, no one else can bring to the table. But when I try to be a center, now I'm saying, I want to get down there and post up. No, that's not your job. I can only be what I bring to the table. And then when I be the best person I can be, and you be the best person that you can be, and if this person be the best that they can be, then all of a sudden, that's when the team is successful.
Can I ask a question or wait till after you finish?
Huh?
Can I ask you a question or wait till after you finish?
Now, go ahead and ask. If you got a question, go ahead and ask a question.
Go ahead.
So that's a good point you're making, because how do you get to know what your strengths are? I mean, what can help us to know what our strengths are so we can stay in our lane?
When we talk about strengths and weaknesses, what are you good at? What do you like? What are your interests? What are you passionate about? All right? That's your strength. All right? What do you like? I mean, if you like, and it ain't necessarily got to be math and English what we're talking about, but everything relates. All right? What are you passionate about? Are you passionate about kids? All right? Well, and I'm going to tell you, the only thing that got me through college is the fact that I wanted a degree. I wanted to get a regular job. I wanted to coach basketball. That was my only purpose. If I could coach basketball without going to college, I would have went straight to coaching basketball. All right? So that's what motivated me through college. Because that was basketball. I've been playing basketball since I was 3 years old. So that was my strength. That's what I was passionate about. And that's the only reason I went to college. I'm just going to be honest. All right? And that's the only thing that got me through Math 112. I knew I had to pass Math 112 if I wanted to be a basketball coach. And I wasn't going to let Math 112 stop me from being a basketball coach. All right?
I'm not going to let trigonometry stop me.
You're not going to let trigonometry stop me.
So like I said, I can go to Mercedes and I can work at Mercedes.
Oh, yeah.
I can do physical labor. But I promise you, I would drag in there every day. Every day with my head hung low. Probably could make a lot of money in Mercedes, but I promise you, I would dread going, I would dread leaving, and I would dread going back. But there's some people who go to Mercedes love building cars. So I like people. I like people, talking, motivate. That's what I like to do. So so when I don't come to a job, I come to work. This is what I'm supposed to do. When I was coaching basketball, it wasn't a job. You know, you take me to the gym, this is what I do. This is me. This is a part of my life. I played it forever. So that's not a job to me. You know, it's work. I'm giving back. I'm giving back what I'm supposed to give. So that's the thing about choosing your career. What have you been called to give back? You know, what have you been called to impart into somebody else? You know, using some of the things that you came through to help somebody else get to where they're supposed to get to in life. And that's when life becomes, now you're not just living life, now I'm living life on purpose. Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do while I'm here. I'm making my legacy, my impartation I'm supposed to make, and the people that comes around me and come into my life, and then I move on. So that's the thing that I'm talking about right there.
That's the thing too, you know, strengths and weaknesses aren't hard to figure out. You know the areas you're strong, you know the areas you're weak. All right, you know, when it comes to relate to college, you know, if you failed English 3 times and you got a D in English, that's probably not your strong point. All right, but the thing about it is, now you found out that that's a weakness for you. So you know you got to work a little bit. I was always pretty good at math. I was terrible in English. All right, so I knew if I had a math class and I had an English class, I knew I had to work at English every day. Math came natural. Your strengths, they usually come natural. All right, your weaknesses are the areas you got to work a little bit harder to figure it out. All right.
If you get an A in a class that you don't like.
It's still a strength. Whether you like it or not, you got an A. And in college, sometimes, and just being honest, sometimes in college, it's about just getting through. If you get through with an A, that's great. All right, it's about, and that's, you know, it ain't rocket science. All right, so this is about getting through and getting a degree at the end. That's what it's about. Enjoying it, getting through.
There's all kind of different variables that go with strength and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Maybe you're very intellectual, maybe you catch on things fast, maybe you can pick up on stuff fast. You know, I wasn't the type of guy that could study Thursday and pass Friday. I got to study Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then take the test on Friday. But we still can get the same result. I just had to work a little harder. So it's just all about that. But really, the thing that you can do the most without even working hard to do it is a part of your personality. You know, so having a positive attitude. Attitude is a little thing, but makes a big difference. So really, you're learning a lot of stuff socially when you are interacting in college, high school. You're learning social skills. You know, if I was a CEO, I want people who play sports. I'm not saying that you don't have to play sports, but one thing about those individuals, I'm just speaking from my perspective. Not saying that that's right. You know, I'm the CEO. Listen, because they know how to work on a team. And I'm not saying I'm not saying that people don't have those leadership skills to work within a group.
You don't have to play on the team.
Yeah.
What he's saying, you don't have to play on the team. It's the mentality we're talking about, the team mentality.
Yeah.
Having a team, a work together, a not quit, we all working together to be successful mentality.
And I'm just saying, you might have some guys who go on the team are horrible employees.
Okay.
You know, so it goes both ways. But what I'm saying is that your attitude brings a lot to the table. You know, if I'm sitting down in a business meeting with anybody, I want you to be just enthused about it as I am, but at the same time tell them, no, that ain't gonna work. We need it. You know, I want your input as well, but I want some enthusiasm. You know, I don't want to see, oh man, this, you know, we gonna try this. Now I'm saying, let's do this. You know, let's get the right plan together. Let's make this thing happen. That's what I want. You know, those kind of people I want with me, we're gonna make it happen. Not somebody like, I don't know, and that's a big task. You know, now you got me questioning what I just thought we could do. Man, no, I need you to be like, let's do this. I'm gonna do my part. You're gonna do yours. We're gonna complete this, and we're gonna all do this at the end. Like those are the kind of people you want in your circle. So when you choosing your friends, you want somebody to say, "Ooh, I don't feel like going to class today. I don't feel like going to practice today." No, I don't need that around me right now. I'm trying to get somewhere, right? So you want to put positive people around you. That's going because. When I came out of college, we had about 5 guys we worked out with. You know, I was in the still working out mode. And so there were some days I really didn't feel like going. They calling me, "Lo, you ready? Let's go hit these weights, baby." I'm ready now. I get in that dragon, but when I get around them, but guess what? It was my turn maybe the next week. They drag, hey man, let's go hit them. I'm ready today. So you need people around you to keep you motivated. You need those type of people in your circle, you know, to keep you motivated in the days when you might not be feeling, you might not be feeling as good, but you got someone around you who's going to give you that extra boost that you need.
You know, Coach says that, and that's one of the best quotes I ever heard. The guy said, you know, you can't figure out how to be a millionaire from somebody that's broke. All right? You can't figure out how to make it through college from somebody that ain't going to class. All right? That's why Coach says it's important you surround yourself by people with common goals. All right? Find, if you want to be successful, find you some friends that want to be successful. All right? What positivity does. Alright, a couple of things. Being positive, lower stress levels, develops coping skills, increases motivation, increases confidence and self-esteem, improves relationships, positive impact / influence, invites happiness, helps achieve goals and attain success. Alright? You know, and all that relates back to, you know, it's a big part of being successful. All right, being positive. Like I said, and I keep saying it, 9 times out of 10, if you say you can't do something, if you think you can't do something, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to get done. All right? If you don't think you can get an A in math, if you walk into the class and, man, I ain't never been good at math, you're probably not going to do well in it. All right? But if you go in there and say, man, I'm gonna knock this out this time. I'm going to do whatever I got to do. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to go to tutoring. I'm going to do what I got to do to get it done. 9 times out of 10, if you come in with that attitude, you can be successful in it. Positive attitude tips. Change your mind about it. Change how you feel about your abilities. Change how you view importance of your education. Change your behavior. All right? Change your behavior is a big one. All right? Because a lot of students come into college underprepared, have no study tips. You know, in high school, a lot of times things in high school just kind of come natural. All right? They kind of baby you, they kind of walk you through it, and then all of a sudden, boom, college. I got to get it done on my own. All right? Sometimes you have to change some behaviors. All right? Like we talked about studying. Sometimes, I mean, you've been with yourself your entire life. All right? So you know your abilities. You know what you can and can't do. You know whether you can be successful studying for the test the day before the test, or you know if you need to study a week before the test. All right? If you're in class and you're sitting there and the teacher, it sounds like he or she is speaking a foreign language, you may want to start studying a little bit early. All right? If you don't understand it at all, you may want to start the week before, because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to sit down and look at it the night before and wave a magic wand and all of a sudden you understand it. Not going to happen. All right? So there's some behavior changes that's going to have to happen along with the positive attitude. All right? You can't say, man, I'm going to knock math out this time and don't look at it the whole week, then go take the test. That ain't going to happen. All right? You got to change your behaviors with it. Believe in yourself. Turn failures into lessons. Focus on the good things, no matter how small. All right? If you made all F's, then all of a sudden you make a C, that's a good thing. All right? We're making improvement. Head in the right direction. Figure out how you went from that F to that C. All right? Or that F to that, even F to the D. You know, as long as you're heading in the right direction, you got a chance. Surround yourself by positive people, friends, mentors, co-workers. All right? Garbage in, garbage out. Got it? Says find humor in bad situations. I mean, that's a tough one. All right? That's a tough one. Sometimes, you know, you're in a situation that, you know, I'm in a situation sometimes I don't find very funny. All right? You got to try to find the silver lining. Positive attitude tips. Be mindful of your language. Language shapes thoughts. You are what you think. All right? Every decision you make starts with a thought. All right? Think about it. You're going to think it before you do it. Everything you do starts with a thought. all right? Even taking a step forward. I thought about it, I'm about to take a step forward. That's the way your mind works, all right? Same thing in class. So you got to be mindful of what you're telling yourself and what you're thinking, all right? Focus on the present. Allow yourself to live in and experience each moment, all right? That F you made yesterday don't matter, all right? You got another test today, you got another chance, all right? Live in the now, all right? You can't, a lot of times you think about stuff that happened in the past and it affects the present, all right? Or a lot of times you're thinking about things that's going to happen in the future and it affects the present, all right? The past is gone and the future ain't promised, all right? So you got to live in the now and you got to think about what's going on. Move with positive energy. Show interest, walk with confidence, stand tall and smile. Exercise. You determine your reality, all right? Your teacher doesn't determine your reality, you determine it, all right? The biggest thing I always say, I hate when people say, man, she gave me an F. No, she didn't give you an F, you earned an F. All right, I hate to hear students say, man, coach, she gave me, I can't believe she gave me an F. 9 times out of 10, you earned that F. There's something you did to deserve that F, all right? So, you determine your reality. You determine that grade, all right? Because there's always something you could have done different to determine the outcome. No matter how much you say the teacher don't like you, all right, maybe you could have studied a little bit harder, all right? Maybe you could have tried a little bit harder in the beginning. Where you at? There you go. Maybe you could have tried a little bit harder in the inning. I got a player, I ain't gonna call his name, but he says all the time, man, coach, I always start out slow and I finish strong. All right? That's not the mentality you gotta have. You gotta start strong, you gotta finish strong.
So you said the shot?
Nah, you good.
Okay, I was just checking.
So put it together, planning for success. Set goals. Goals in the direction, short-term, intermediate, long-term goals. Set goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Focus on what you're strong at, your strengths, on where your future lies. Identify talent, strengths, and look for ways to cultivate them, turn shortcomings or weaknesses into opportunities for growth. One thing I learned about me, this is what I told myself. You know, I'm not crazy guy, I told myself, right? I feed you every day, I bathe you, I clothe you, and I don't even know you. Yes. Because a lot of times we have gifts that we don't even know about. Because why? People have told us who we are.
Right.
But you haven't took time out to find out who you are. Right? So I had to find out this guy, how this guy works, what he's about. So I can be the best me that I can be. So that means I had to identify my talents and stuff. I had to identify not what this person said, what that person said, whatever the situation might be. So I had to make it identify, I had to identify who I am. So, here we go, self-talk. Start your day with positivity. Try not to turn everything into catastrophic. You know, I used to hate a guy who's like, you know.
Make a mountain.
Then when I come to the apartment, they running around, having a good time. I thought you were just on the last leg in practice. Now when I come over to the apartment and check the apartment, now you out turning flips and shooting. I thought I have a problem with that. You know, online, you like, oh, you know, but then you the first one running out. You know, so now I don't make it catastrophic. You know, tell yourself you can do anything. Get rid of negative words. Say I don't instead of I can't. Can't implies limitation and constraint. Don't implies decision. Talk to yourself like a friend. Don't assume it is always about you. Don't pick yourself apart. Give your inner critic a name. Stop negative thoughts in that track. So every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. And we're going to end with this video. So you are officially in it to win it.
On the back of your agenda, will you flip it over and make sure you fill out that survey and leave it with us. You don't have to.
I go right to the tour. With Archie Bianco. 3 seconds of mid-course. Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship.
So the reason why I put that video at the end is because that team made a decision when they started that year that they were in it to win it. And even though it came down to the last second in the game, they accomplished their goal. They had some ups and downs during the season. It was going against North Carolina. You know, they was counted out, but they made a decision in their hearts, in their mind, they were going to win it, and they accomplished their goal.